Everyone has told you to win an argument, you have to be respectful, come up with some facts, and really take in the other person's opinion. Well, today I'm going to be teaching you how to win an argument online. Step number 1. Open your web browser of choice and type angryip.org. And you'll see the downloads for Windows, Linux, and whoever uses that. And I'll click on Windows Installer. Okay, we're going to check the Run Angry IP scanner box, so uncheck this if you don't want them looking at all your passwords, and you can just skip the tutorial, because I'm here to teach you, not them now. When it's loaded up, you'll see it already. Has an IP range ready. This is called your subnet. These are all the IPS on your network. There are 2 types of IPS. Local IPS, which are IPS of devices inside of a network, so like your phone, your laptop, your smart TV, smart fridge, whatever, those are devices in the network. And they have their own IPS that are usually in a range like this. And then there are public IPS, which are IPS of the actual router. And local IPS can only be accessed inside of that network, but public IPS can be accessed by anyone anywhere in the world. So we're going first scan to press start and see what it gives us. Okay, scanning completed. Now all the IPs are going to have a color behind them. Green means it responded to the pings, so it's online, and that it has ports open. Red just means it doesn't respond to the pings at all, and blue means that it's online, but it doesn't have any ports open. So just by the host name, I can actually recognize some of this. So as you can see, a lot of these are red, and if you are actually looking through your network, this would be pretty annoying to look through. You want to click on the settings icon right here. Now we're in the preferences, and here we can switch some settings now in display. You want to choose either a live hosts or hosts with open ports only. I'm going to choose a live host, and we'll see what happens. So second scan, now we're going to rescan it all. Right, so the scan is done, and now this is every single device on my network right now. So let's filter through all the red ones. It only showed us blue and green only devices that are online, let's say. For example, you were scanning for port 80, so both of these showed up for port 80 and 443. You can right-click, go to Open an Open Web Server. You'll see a lot of options here and choose Web Browser. So I did it on my router's IP, and now I'm on my router's login page. But I'm going to be honest. Port 80 isn't all that interesting. So some ports that I usually scan for are 21, which is FTP, SSH, TNet, HTTP, SMB, RDP, VNC. And on display, I choose hosts with open ports only. So it's only going to give me the green results. Now I'm going to scan. Port scan again. Okay, now if a device has port 445 open, you can right-click and open access files. You can open it in Windows, and this opens up their file system where you can browse their files. You know, it's useful because it's a really efficient and fast way to send over files without worrying about cloud storage, you know. And for some other stuff. Now for any of the devices, you could also do a ping test to make sure it's still online. Now that's pretty much all there is to know on scanning local devices. So, scanning your subnet devices in your network, all that stuff. But that's not all Angry IP Scanner can do. Angry IP Scanner can actually also scan public IPS. And I also add port 443 and 880. Now, if you don't know what range you want to put in, what I recommend is that you go to Near, NetXIP. And over here, you'll see a bunch of countries show up. So if I wanted to scan some Chinese IPs, for example, I'll just go on China, and over here there's a long list of IP ranges. So the first IP goes into the first input, and second one goes into the last one. Now, since it's a way bigger IP range, you might want to wait for a while. So while it's scanning, you could, I don't know, get some food, go to the bathroom, go on a vacation.
A few moments later.
All right, it's scanned for quite a bit, so I think it's good enough now. So it took me 8.5 minutes to get 70 hosts, which actually isn't that bad. Now, let's see what we got. All right, so as I told you guys, if it has 80, you can just open a Chinese virus in the web browser. So I opened this one in my browser, it loaded for a bit, and now, yeah, as you can see, it wants us to download some client. There's some login page in the back. Now, let's take a look at the other ports. So this one has port 21 open, if we copy that. Go into Command, prompt FTP connection, and type FTP, right-click. And it wants us to log in. So I tried getting a little sneaky here, but it didn't exactly work out in my favor, but you know, that's fine. We have plenty of other options, right? SSH connection here. Now P22 is SSH, and you can connect by just going SSH, then TP. And it's usually going to give you something like this. No, I'm just messing around. But if an attacker had a brute forcer, he'd be able to crack most of these. Because surprisingly, a lot of people don't change the default credentials on routers. So when SSH-TNet, or FTP, is opened up to the entire world, they are kind of at a huge risk. By the way, it wouldn't be a bad idea to use a VPN while doing this to cover your important tracks. So all I'm going to say is results may vary for this if you want to prevent being IP scanned, port scanned, basically what I just did. You want to make sure you closed all the ports on your router. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely like this one up here. So make sure to watch that, like, subscribe, join, and I'll see you guys in the next one.